Chairman Rogers was back for an afternoon session, but this time his questioners were senators, not congressmen. The senators wanted to know why the commission had not blamed specific NASA employees for the accident.
It isn't my zeal to, as some have talked about criminal negligence. I don't think there was any banality. But I do think that when you fix a responsibility, thereupon you really promote safety.
I think I tend to feel as Senator Hollings does, and that is that I just want to make sure that the individuals who behaved improperly, did not follow procedures, were involved in a fatal decision to 7 other individuals, are not allowed to participate in these decisions in the future.
I think that's what the new administrator has to do, and I don't think we should do it. I don't want you to think that we're reluctant that it be done. I'm just saying I don't think it's our job to do it.
Senator Hollings then asked Chairman Rogers how he'd investigated White House pressure on the decision to launch the Challenger.
Because the White House assured us, and the President said so on public in his television the program, nothing like that happened. He didn't feel, and I don't feel now, that we should go around summoning people from the White House, because there just wasn't anything like that happen. It's a little bit like trying to investigate a paternity case, going around asking people who's responsible, but there's no baby. It never happened. No baby in this case. You've got to have somebody who says, I think there may be some evidence. There's no evidence in this case. And if people keep talking about it, some people out there in the public is going to say, maybe there's something to it. There isn't. There isn't one scintilla of evidence.
The baby in this case, Mr. Secretary, again, most respectfully, is the explosion itself. Now,
That's not the baby. That's not the baby.
The baby in this case is the explosion itself, and you found that pressure, in addition to the O-ring defect, the scientific or technical fault, there was also the human fault. You see, your commission went into 300 different scientific tests. You interviewed hundreds of witnesses. Here comes the...
Senator, I accept the criticism if that's what you want to do. I accept it. I don't think it's valid. I accept it, though. I respect you. I don't think there's a bit of evidence that anybody tried to influence this launch. And if we keep talking about it, a lot of people are going to believe it happened. It didn't happen.
Well,
if you can prove it, I'll apologize to you.
The Rogers Commission report on the Challenger disaster was made public yesterday, as you know. It answered a great many questions. There is already some second guessing. Did the commission go far enough? Was the report tough enough? The questions were being asked in the Congress of the Commission Chairman, William Rogers. And here's ABC's James Walker.
Just one day after the presidential report on the shuttle disaster had been released, Commission Chairman William Rogers went to Capitol Hill, where he was sharply questioned by Senator Ernest Hollings. Hollings wondered whether the commission had thoroughly investigated charges that White House officials had pressured NASA to launch Challenger on January 28th, in time to coincide with President Reagan's planned State of the Union address. Rogers told Hollings he found no White House pressure.
I respect you. I don't think there's a bit of evidence that anybody tried to influence this launch. And if we keep talking about it, a lot of people are going to believe it happened. It didn't happen.
Well,
if you can prove it, I'll apologize to you. I'll come back here and apologize. If you can prove anything like that happened.
Hollings also questioned Rogers about the commission's finding that Lawrence Malloy, former boss of NASA's solid rocket booster program, had allowed 7 shuttle flights to proceed, even though he had been warned about serious problems with the rocket joint. Malloy had also been criticized for not telling the decision makers about those problems.
I find that gross negligence. I don't think he was trying to kill astronauts. Let's be blunt about it. But I think his conduct was of the type and nature of willful, gross misconduct.
This afternoon in Huntsville, Alabama, Malloy said yes, he did pass on warnings about the faulty joint. Asked about other accusations, he declined comment until later. But questioned earlier by House lawmakers, Chairman Rogers said he didn't think there had been criminal negligence. He opposed legal action.
I don't think it would be successful. I don't think it would be in the national interest. I hope it doesn't happen.
Even so, some family members of the Challenger's crew are now thinking about taking legal action. Bruce Jarvis, father of astronaut Gregory Jarvis, said today that he's retained a lawyer to look into it. James Walker, ABC News, Washington.